What's a guy to do on a Friday night? Wait a minute. I think I know what I'll do. I'll ask random people stuff about superheroes. Like, that sounds fun, but I mean, honestly, who can I ask and who'd be willing to help me out?
Did somebody say comics?
Mark! Just the man I needed. Listen, I want to ask some people some superhero questions.
Yeah, sure.
I can't do this alone. I need someone with as much comic book knowledge as me.
Yeah, just as long as you don't kill me. I mean, God.
Anyways, now I'll ask you some series of questions, and you gotta answer them truthfully. Okay? Cool. So, question number 1: Marvel or DC? And answer honestly.
Marvel.
Cool. Okay, so Marvel. That's 1 for Marvel. And my second question is, who are your favorite superheroes and or villains?
Star-Lord. I mean, oh shoot, that's all.
Yeah, Star-Lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Peter Quill. He's basically a god.
Is he though?
Yeah.
Bring it down hard. Someday, put it together.
What are you doing?
Dance off, bro. Me and you.
Okay, and my third and last question is, if you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
I would probably be a speedster. Honestly, because I'm a late person. That's the only reason I would see, and like that's the only reason I would want to be one.
Parker, you're late, man. Always late.
Now you'll always be on time, and you can wine and dine. Have you ever thought to yourself to ask the most important question in your life? Hello, land dwellers. It's me, Nathan, here with my good friend Nick. I'm just gonna ask him a few superhero radical questions. Okay, so what do you prefer, Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Marvel. Okay, that's 1 for Marvel. And who's your favorite superhero and or villain?
I'm gonna go with Batman and Joker.
Batman and the Joker, right there. It's black and white. It's what makes it bright. And the last but not least question is, if you could have any type of superpower in the world, what would it be and why?
Oh man, that's a hard one. I don't know. I guess freeze time.
Like that movie Time Stoppers.
Clock Stoppers. Freeze the future.
But yeah, that's actually pretty good because you could like rob a bank. You could totally
You
like
do so much things.
There's the possibilities are endless. Okay,
You could just get away with so much.
kind of like if we stop the video. Hola, Pepsi Cola. It's me, Nathan, here with my good friend Caleb, and I'm just gonna ask him 3 good questions. Okay, so my first question: do you prefer Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
That's 2 for Marvel right there. Who's your favorite hero and or villain?
My favorite hero is actually the Scarlet Spider, Ben Reilly.
Nice. The original.
When I became a costume hero, the Scarlet Spider, it really made him angry. But the next big blow came from Dr. Kurt Connors. He discovered that, according to our genetic structures, it might be Peter who was the clone, not me. That news pushed Peter Parker over the edge. Now he hated me with a passion. This is starting to sound like a bad comic book plot.
People don't know that, but only the real comic book nerds know that. And then your villain?
Oh, my favorite villain? Oh, that's a tough one. Probably like Carnage. Yeah.
Carnage, of Cletus Cassidy. You know, he's a crazy guy. And my last question is, if you could have any type of superpower, what would it be and why?
Super speed.
Another speedster right here. What's up, guys? It's me, Nathan, here with my good friend Philip, and I'm just gonna ask him the 3 questions. Okay, so what do you prefer, Marvel or DC?
Oh, definitely Marvel.
Marvel. That's 3 for Marvel. And who's your favorite superhero and or villain?
I would have to say Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, of course. He's got the most villains, so
Yes,
he's
that's
pretty lengthy when it comes to the comic book runs.
Oh, animal villains too.
Sam Raimi Spider-Man or Amazing Spider-Man?
Okay, it's a tough one, but I'm gonna have to go with the classic Sam Raimi. I mean,
Pizza time. So okay, cool. And my last question is, if you could have any type of superpower, what would it be and why?
I would say time travel.
Time travel. A lot of time things happening in this park. Hola, Pepsi Cola. It's me, Nathan, here with my good friend D, and I'm gonna ask him some super radical questions. Okay. It's cool. So, first question. Do you prefer Marvel or DC?
I think I'll have to go with DC.
DC? Wow, we got a Detective Comics fan over here. Cool. The OGs. Okay, second question is, who's your favorite hero or villain?
I'll do Deathstroke.
Deathstroke. Death Sticky Man right there. Slade Wilson, that's for all you Teen Titan fans out there. Okay, and my third and final question. If you could have any superpower you want, what superpower would you choose and why?
It would have to be like super speed.
Okay,
Mainly
super speed.
because I don't have to buy a car.
He could be a speedster. He could just run to a Comic Con, or he could just steal a bank and nobody would even know.
I can go across countries and no one can tell me.
Right. So thank you so much for answering my dumb questions. My radical question time.
Smash Mouth! And some pods! And a 56K modem!
But yeah. Oriba Shinjibura Kotono here with my good friend Joseph. So I'm just gonna ask Joseph a series of our radical questions and he's gonna answer them truthfully. So help me God. Do you swear to tell the truth? This is our comic Bible. Put your right hand, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole, nothing but the truth, only but the truth?
All the truth. All the truth.
Okay. Okay. What do you prefer, Marvel or DC?
I'm more of a DC fan, but I kind of do lean towards Marvel sometimes. Every so often they come with a good comic or TV show. But yeah, DC is my main goal.
So DC, that's 2 for DC. So what are your favorite heroes or villains?
It has to be Deadpool from Marvel, or Vi from DC, or Spawn from Image Comics.
Wow, so that's a menage a trois for you comic book nerds out there. And my other question is, if you could have any superpower in the world, which one would you pick and why?
There was this actual TV show called Heroes, and there's a character called Peter Petrelli that could absorb powers just by touching someone.
So
That would be-
for all you anime nerds out there, there's a quirk where you can actually steal quirks, so you'd be all for one. That would be your quirk.
Something similar, yeah.
Okay, so now it's come to the time to ask my brother Ethan these questions. Ethan, what do you prefer, Marvel or DC?
I mean, I love Dragon Ball Z and My Hero Academia, especially My Hero Academia.
listen.
all those guys with their own powers.
That's not Marvel or
yeah,
DC.
it's an X-Men type thing. It's an X-Men spin-off, isn't it?
No.
They're
That's
all
Toho
mutants.
Animation.
They're all born with their powers. It's quirks. It's
Okay,
they all go to
forget.
school. X-Men go
Let me
to
ask.
school.
Let me ask the
They
second
go to
question.
school.
Second question is, who's your favorite hero and or villain?
Okay. My favorite hero of all time is Ultra Lord. He's really cool with those like purple things.
That's Jimmy Neutron.
And
That's Sheens.
no, I know comics. You don't. Okay.
No.
And my favorite villain is the Bronze Kneecap
Oh god.
because his knees, man.
That's the Crimson Chin's enemy.
Look, who knows comics? I know
No,
comics.
those aren't. Okay, look. Let me ask the last question. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why? Please take it seriously.
Well, the ability to sense traps, like to see who's a trap or not. Like, let's say I'm going to a bar with my homies and stuff, and they talk to this real fine girl, and it turns out like, hey, she's a pretty nice lady, but with my senses, I can sense it's a trap. Is that not useful?
Forget it. Okay, so all jokes aside, now Ethan's going to be truthful with his answers. Thanks for the comedy bits, Ethan. So the first question is, do you prefer Marvel or DC?
I don't know, man. That's like asking me to choose between who's my favorite kid. I mean, because like technically you're supposed to love both your kids, so.
If you're saying I play favorites, you're wrong. I love all my children equally. I don't care for Joe.
That's one way to look at it, yeah.
But they both have their pros and they both have their cons. In a way of speaking, I love both.
Okay. He's buying like me.
It's kind of personal.
Okay. Okay, so my second question is, who's your favorite hero and or villain?
For both, my
you
favorite heroes for Marvel is Spider-Man. He's my all-time favorite because he's relatable, and two, I just grew up loving Spider-Man. It's like my only hero I've ever known. And for DC's, it's like superhero. It's either between the Flash or Superman, because with Superman, I would like want to fly all the time, and like flying is like a real cool way to travel.
I believe I can fly! I believe I can fly! Superman! Superman, what arm is it?
And the Flash, I mean, running's cool too. I mean, but running really fast is even cooler.
Want to see me run to that mountain and back? You want to see me do it again?
Those are two of my favorites. But for villains, for Marvel, be Doctor Doom.
Yeah, Doctor Doom's pretty cool.
Because Doctor Doom, he's like straight up evil. But he's evil, but with a real messed up sense of being good too.
Yeah.
He says that he's an a-hole, but he's not, and I'm quoting him here, 100% a dick.
Do you believe him?
Well, I don't know that I believe anyone's 100% a dick, man.
And for DC, it's Lex Luthor. Luthor is like smart, but he's also like really evil, and I like it.
Okay, cool. And my last question is, if you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Oh, super strength. Super strength is real cool to have because, like,
just,
one, I could like move things that are like impossible to move.
I thought you wanted to fly. You just said earlier that.
Well, that's cool too, but I mean, like, Superman could also like, Superman also has super strength too. So like,
okay,
you're asking me my personal opinions. I'm giving you my opinion. So.
And I understand that. I respect that.
Okay.
Okay, but it's just kind of
okay. Well, then
critical that you would pick strength after you just said flight.
I'll be the one that asks these questions now.
It's my turn.
So if you between Marvel and DC, which one's your favorite universe?
If I had to pick Marvel or DC, that's kind of a tricky question because 7th, 8th grade, I was totally for DC. Like, I was like, fuck Marvel, can't stand Iron Man. Ugh. But then as I got older, I'm like, DC's in pretty rocky shape. And Marvel has some pretty hard hitters like Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain America, Winter Soldier. That's the one that definitely got me on the bandwagon. So I guess I'm going to be bi and like both. I love Marvel and DC equally.
Cool.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah. If you had to choose between a favorite hero or villain, what would that be?
First, let's see, that's kind of a hard question. I'm going to have to think this one through. I have a lot of favorite heroes, but I also like my share of villains. For DC, I'm going to have to pick Plastic Man. I love Plastic Man so much. I just like the idea of a criminal gone good. And I also love the Demon Etrigan because of Jack Kirby. I think he's awesome. Who else? For Marvel, I love Daredevil. I mean, as you could tell. I also love Captain America and Spider-Man because they have the most villains. He has the most villains. And I guess that narrows it down. Oh, and Hellboy for Dark Horse. And Spawn. Yeah. I just have too many.
Yeah, so basically you like demonic characters.
Yeah,
that's great. Yeah.
I'm a little creepy creep.
Yeah, no, that's all good. And if you had to choose one superpower, why am I doing two? If I choose one superpower, what would it be?
If I had my own superpower, I'd probably choose Wolverine's, just because he's got like the ultimate package. He's got super healing, he's got super strength, he's got the adamantium claws, everything except the tobacco smoking cigar.
Oh, okay.
I'm not with that, but yeah.
So you like the idea of just living forever and being an old man Nathan?